Today we'll be reacting to the first day of school is utterly dreadful. Now, I laughed too hard in the last episode, so excuse my coughing, but I do know that it's around that time of year. Some of y'all are going back to school. It's literally August 9th. I don't remember times where it was at the end of the month we went back to school. They doing all dirty. I'm glad I left at the perfect time. Deuces. But yeah, but some of y'all are going back to school, so I thought this would be a great chance at a perfect time to watch the filming. So let's get into it.
With summer pretty much being halfway done and school starting back up again in about a month, I thought it was the perfect time to talk about the yearly tradition that all students around the world face every 9 months. The first day of school. The first day of school can either be one of the craziest and most eventful days of the year, or it could just be another random Wednesday during the month that causes you to realize you're gonna have to go through absolute hell once again for the foreseeable future. But regardless,
yeah, it's definitely secular. The first one, I want to say the first one is, I want to say secular and true, but normally it's not the first one for me. Everyone's just more excited to see their friends, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Of whatever your situation is, I'm gonna go through all of them in this video and show you why the first day of school is such a big canon event every single year. One aspect of the first day of school that I know everybody has hated since the beginning of time is back to school shopping. Every single year during the
right after 4th of July, school supplies, I hate that as a kid, I ain't gonna lie. Say the school supplies,
end of July / beginning of August, every single mom all over the world collectively drags their kid out of their room and forces them into the car, where they proceed to take a drive for around 10 minutes around town until they get to a location that gives every single person on earth never-ending nightmares. Burlington, Ross, and Marshalls. The clothing store trio of pain, doom, and despair. The amount...
See, I didn't go through things like that. You know where my parents that took me to get clothes? Walmart. And they would give me some fucking stuff that an average person in Utah would wear. No disrespect to them, though. I love my parents, though.
Excruciating trips I've had to take to these stores is absolutely ridiculous. It's gotten to the point where I'd rather do my own shopping with my own money than tag along with...
Yes. 100%.
My mom to the store, well, she'll end up finding her long-lost friend that she hasn't talked to since 1953. You're also gonna be in the dressing room trying on 100 different clothing options until you finally decide on 3 pairs to take home. And the only reason you chose those 3 to begin with is because your mom said that they would look perfect for her back-to-school Facebook post. Moving on from that, the next kid...
Yep. Those trash-ass Facebook posts. Yep.
An event we have for the first day of school is resetting your sleep schedule back to factory settings so you can get your body to wake up at 6:30 every morning again.
Fail every time.
It's pretty well known at this point that the majority of people during summer have absolutely no idea what in tarnation a sleep schedule is. I'm betting that half of you watching this video have been waking up at 12 to 1 p.m. at the latest for the last 2.5 months without skipping a beat. Hell, I know someone that's been waking up at 5 p.m. every single day for the entire summer without fail. Son, what are you...
5 p.m. is crazy. I'm sorry.
Even waking up for at this point? The whole day is already over. Something else I have to talk about is the night before the first day. I genuinely think the night before the first day of school is one of the most nerve-wracking and out-of-body experiences you'll ever have. I'm somebody who takes very precise and intentional actions when it comes to crafting my essential back-to-school outfit. I basically turn into Pharrell when it comes to curating all the clothes I'm gonna be wearing the next day. Nobody wants to show up back to school looking like they just crawled out of a New York alleyway filled with crackheads that always have 5 missing teeth in the front of their mouth. It feels so...
I was a fashion guy, so I didn't really give a fuck. All I would just do is grab a Bronco shirt and then I'm good.
weird having to step back into that building after multiple months away and having no idea what to expect when you return. For all you know, the people that were in your class last year could have had some insane character development from the last time you saw them. And once you see them again, it's like they transformed into a completely new person. I knew a guy that came back to school with the most insane glow up I've ever seen in my life. I mean, he legit went from like a 3 to a damn near 9 out of 10 in just one summer. And suddenly, every single girl that wanted nothing to do with him were hitting him up in his DMs, shooting their shot every other day. The next thing I briefly wanted to mention is getting your class schedule for the first time. I can guarantee that everybody has had at least one terrible scheduling block for one of their classes. I'm talking a class filled with NPCs, none of your friends being in there, and the most boring and uninteresting teacher that you've ever had the displeasure of knowing. The worst scheduling block I've ever had is math first period, gym second period, English third period, and then finally ending the day off with physics. Man, junior year me was getting absolutely torn to shreds every other day. And if what I just...
For me, junior year was probably... it was, I'd say, either junior year or senior year. Well, sophomore year was smoky kind of tough too. What was the worst year? Junior year, my grades were pretty good. Football was doing well for me. Senior year, played a bunch of football, although we got not as whooped in every game. That was still cool. I got to wear my speed flags too. So that was cool. I don't want to say freshman year because that's like the easy answer, because freshman year I kind of didn't have a lot of friends because COVID. I had one person. Yeah, I'm going to say freshman year. Sophomore year is when everything started to hit.
Described happens to be you this school year. I'm sorry to tell you this, but that's tough, my guy. You're just gonna have to find a way to thug it out for the rest of the year without losing your sanity. After going through all the trouble of organizing your return outfit the night before, we have once again entered into the premises of the building known as Alcatraz Prison. My bad, I'm in school. Walking back inside the school hallway after being gone for 3 months genuinely feels like seeing your ex again after already having broken up 10 times already. The sudden realization that you once again have to deal with the same old BS inside of school is a pain that can...
Tell me if y'all have heard of this. Y'all be sitting there, walking to class, you're tired as fuck because you're not used to waking up at 7 in the fucking morning. And you're just like, la 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 la. You're just sitting there right... I don't want to be here. It's some millennial, middle-aged teacher sitting there. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to school. Good morning. Good morning. Shut the fuck up. Did you say no goddamn good morning? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how they do it. How are you sitting there at 7 a.m. going, good morning, good morning, good morning? No! No!
Only be described as absolutely soul-crushing. First off, we have the popular girls making every single loud joke you can think of at 7:20 a.m. in the morning.
Talking about it! Yes! That was cute.
I will never not be annoyed at hearing, "Are we besties?" or "My friend likes you," be the first thing that they ask me when I enter in my class for the first time. If you've watched my school popularity video, then you already know exactly what kind of kids I'm talking about. If you've been on TikTok recently, then you've already seen all the quote-unquote popular girl phrases that have been used by everybody and their mother for the last month and a half. You really can't be off TikTok for more than like 3 days, or you'll legitimately end up missing 15 different favorite memes, 7 trends, and 4 different people getting exposed for some absolutely heinous crime. Like, can someone please explain to me what in the hell Quiet on the Creek means? I don't know why half of these phrases end up becoming popular memes in the first place. There's also this trend I've heard about called the obsession dance, which, last time I checked, obsession is about a woman literally getting stripped of both her soul and physical autonomy because an incel bird brain loser was too scared to get rejected. What the hell is there to even be dancing about? Anyways, I'm getting off track. Unfortunately, the popular girls are not the only thing you have to worry about during your first day. You also have to deal with finding where all of your new classes are located once you get your schedule, and have to go on an uncharted level treasure hunt trying to find
low-key. I don't want to say uncharted. Luckily, they kept it simple, so I was never late, but some people did come in late because they were lost.
All the room numbers. If you've gone to the same school for a few years now and already know every single room number and classroom like the back of your hand, then this problem won't really apply to you that much. But for someone like me who's moved quite a bit in his school life, there is nothing more nerve-wracking than going to a new school and trying to find where your first class...
Like, freshman, sophomore year, I had to go, junior year, I figured it out. And then senior year, we moved into a new building. So now it's like,
is located. During my sophomore year, I transferred to a new school because we moved that summer. The first class I had on my schedule was chemistry, and I thought it would have been super easy to find where my class is because the science building was directly next to the main entrance. At least, that's what I thought beforehand. Because despite knowing that information, I still ended up taking 15 minutes trying to find my class. The number system on the rooms kept throwing me off, so I didn't know if 2200 was downstairs or on the other side of the property in the portables. I must have lapped the entire school like 3 times before finally
Well, here's the example of how we never do it. Because upstairs, downstairs. Downstairs is 100 to 200. Upstairs is like 300, 400.
Finding my class and walking in 30 minutes late. And if there's one thing you never want to end up doing in school, it's coming to class so late that every single person gives you a Ghost Rider level death stare that makes you imagine some of the worst nightmares you could ever conceive. Now, one thing we all know about the first day is that depending on how your teachers introduce themselves to their class,
you can already tell if they're either going to be super chill or they're either going to be super chill, or they're going to give you work, but they're going to be cool as hell, or they're just going to be absolutely hell. It's those 3 options, nothing else.
the rest of the year could either be light and manageable or pure unadulterated prison labor. And even if they do change their behavior for the better later on in the year, the first day introduction can usually give you a very clear prediction of what kind of shenanigans you'll be dealing with. Now, I'm not saying that teachers can't change the way they operate their classroom if things aren't working out the first few months, but especially during the first day of school, some teachers will straight up lie to your face when it comes to describing how you should expect their class to feel and look like for the school year. And my freshman history teacher was the perfect example of this.
How many teachers did I dislike? Trying to go through the whole fucking list for you. I feel like there was definitely one out there, but I think the worst ones were more in the middle. Well, sophomore year, I think it was third hour, and I wasn't a fan of this teacher. But she was married to my football coach at the time, so didn't really try to be devious, nothing like that. Junior, I'd say. I did have this teacher who wasn't hard ass, but a lot of people were cool with her. But then you'll see some people who absolutely hate her. Think she's horrible, which I get where they're coming from. But I will admit, I haven't learned math in like... There was nothing in math that I've been learning since 4th grade. And out of everyone else, her class, that was like the most I definitely learned. So she is a good teacher, I will say that. Yeah. But in other words, you just don't be a dickhead and she won't be a dickhead back. So I say she's in the middle too. I don't think I really had anyone. I think those are the two.
Despite portraying herself as the nicest and most relatable person in our school, I'm still convinced to this day that she secretly hated kids or something. She loved using Bitmojis as part of her slideshow designs, and I swear those teachers can either...
Bro. Senior year, Spanish teacher. Oh my goodness. Ooh. We gotta talk about this. This teacher. Everything about her seemed cool. She was going to be the first person. She was going to be chill. And for the most part, when me and her interacted, it's been chill. However, she does do something. She did have one issue. Now, do I want to share this information? Alright, I will say it. Now, senior year, I wasn't the best person ever. Let me just say that. I had some awful dots at the time. Not completely awful. I wouldn't say it's that level. But when you grew up around something, let's just say I had some bad ideas. She did a presentation, and she was holding a little flag. Her Bitmoji was holding a little flag. And that immediately had me like, Now, at the time, I obviously didn't mind it. I didn't hate it, but it was like, okay, that's something. No. And this is very important. Important when I say this. Why I brought it up. Because it was a red flag. It shouldn't be a red flag, but I feel it as a red flag all the time. And unfortunately, I was right. She was cool and all. But she would make herself the biggest victim when there was like no need to be a victim, bro. If you get what I'm saying. Like this one time she didn't like having no phones during class. Now she wouldn't take it away, she would just say, hey, phone away. She would just do that. Yeah. Understandable rule. But then she walked around class and found those same people who be on their phones during her class, not on their phones during some random classes. And she said, y'all just don't respect me because I'm a woman. Oh lordy. I heard that just told me everything I need to know. So yeah, it was just more on whining, I'm the victim, blah, blah, blah.
Either be the most chill and fun people in the entire school, or instead be the
literal embodiment of Satan himself.
On the first day of class, she told us that she was a very chill person that would never do anything out of line when it came to...
Oh, there was another one that some people didn't hate, but some people, a lot of people actually were cool for her. My senior English teacher. And it turned out she was okay.
to teaching or enforcing rules. So for example, if she saw you eating food in class while doing work or during her teaching, she wouldn't really care that much as long as you weren't making it a distraction for other people. But to absolutely nobody's surprise, she went on to become one of the harshest and most hated teachers in our entire grade. It was like watching a beloved character in an anime completely lose all their aura and appeal in less than a season's worth of time. She ended up quitting the next year, and to this day, I still wonder if she ended up pulling this exact same stunt with her future classes. Glad I'll never have to find out. Our last and arguably most important topic of the first day of school is icebreakers. Wait, hold up, wrong visual. There we go. Icebreakers are bar none my least.
I'm glad I wasn't doing one. I hated that. Now, from the surface level, I can understand why teachers would do that. I don't.
Least favorite thing about the first day. The words "tell me 5 things about yourself" or "tell us what you did this summer" legitimately causes.
Bro. That'd be the whole reason why. I don't have 5 things. And I didn't do anything this summer. I'm broke, bitch. I'm broke.
My entire nervous system to start tweaking out from the insane embarrassment that I know is coming up in the next few seconds. I have absolutely zero interest in telling facts about my personal life to a bunch of people who I'll probably talk to less than 10 times for the entire year. I'm not even interesting enough as a person to where I can instinctively think of 5 cool facts about myself that aren't just copy and pasted from other people who happen.
I'm Vic. At the time, I wasn't as into sports as I was. I was more of a... Well, the football has always been there. Football. But compared to basketball, hockey, baseball, that didn't like come in until senior year for all those. Well, so if I was in there freshman year, so I wouldn't say all that. I would say I'm a huge Broncos fan. I like games. Do you like games? I do. And I just watch YouTube all day. The fuck does that sound like, bro? The fuck?
To have the exact same interests that I do. Minus icebreakers, teacher introductions are another thing that are so frustrating to deal with on the first day. Like, I get it. You have to introduce
I know. I don't get it. I don't hate it. No, like you said, yeah, they have to. That's one. And 2, that's just... I could just sit back, relax. Just watch the class go by. I just did not want to do work.
Yourself to everybody somehow so you don't just look like an undead skeleton teaching us information. But you also don't have to drag it out and give us your entire life story on the first day of class. I promise you nobody's gonna remember that one time you went to Paris to eat a chocolate croissant 3 years ago. We all know you're gonna give us 5 different homework assignments before we leave class anyway. Speaking of homework, your teacher giving an assignment during the first day is one of...
Now, if it's small, I can let it go, but...
the most crash out worthy moments I think I've ever felt in my life. You couldn't have at least waited till the next week to start handing out papers. Nobody has the mental energy to complete all of these assignments. The first thing I'm doing after I get back from class is make dinner and lay on my bed trying to recover all the energy I exhausted from the last 8 hours. But with that, we finally concluded pretty much everything you can experience during the first day of school. I probably forgot to include some stuff, but if that is the case, I want you guys to leave them in the comments below and tell me what your least favorite thing about
I could spill on some more because like I said, I played football, so once that final bell rings, my day's not over. I got practice. And that part kind of sucks too. Not well from then to practice, because now you gotta create a whole routine, what to do, and you just feel off.
First day of school is. And with that, I'm gonna catch on next.
Like, you're already exhausted now. I gotta go to fucking practice. And when it being on Tuesdays, oh my goodness, those 250s. Oh my goodness. Oh my fucking goodness. Yo, I'm posting this on TikTok. To all the people who played football, have you ever had to run do something where you just run the outline of the football field. I will have it on the bottom of the screen. Run around the football field full sprint. I mean full sprint, like you're booking it twice. No, you also get a break in between because either lineman or lineman, let's just say for example, lineman would go first, then they get back, then the skill guys go. All that. Yeah. You're supposed to do it 2 times. When I tell you that, it sounds like it's doable. But when you do it, yeah, the first part is actually not that bad. It's the second one. Because you're not sitting there getting as much briefer as you want. You get a little bit briefer because, like you said, I was a lineman. By the time we get to the other part, the skill guys are going. And the skill guys are fast, so they're back before you know it. And then we're already, alright, on the line, go. The first one ain't bad. It's the second one, because you're already exhausted, and now you have to do it again. And then right when you're done, I'd be thrown up. I ain't gonna lie. That was all junior year. Senior year, we didn't have none of that because I actually worked on conditioning the off season before, so there's that. Anyways, I know y'all are tired of me yapping, so I hope y'all enjoyed that video. Let me know your guys' back to school day experiences in the chat below. Without further ado, I'll see y'all later. Peace.